series. So this creative process series is about to really show the core idea of a 10 times fast. Is you need to do things multiple times and massively. So today we start in the beginning of this new series. I start with the trains that most popular items when the kids ask. So let's begin with. Okay, to begin this project, we need two preparation. One is in the document to create 10 pages of practice. As a recommendation, you want to create in Illustrator, create a common size web-based profile. So there will be common here. You are using Windows, new document window. That will be under web and find the common. So click that. So currently we only have one, but later we're going to add a few more pieces. So we can add the new page here by click the edit artboards option or do Shift O as open to create a new artboard here. So when we create that by simply create a new artboard. Okay. So there also one option that we can do is, let's close this one. So instead of directly click this one, you can do Command N, and then under Web, select a common, and here we directly type 10. So we do 10 drawing in different style, but somehow they share the similarity. So hit OK. So now we have a 10 artboards here. I really should do 12, but let's see later, see how it goes. Okay. So to quickly navigate to the current page, let's leave this one by escape and do command. So we click, first one and do command 0. So we zoom into this one. So we will need some reference. So there are very good reference. Since we wanted to training the fundamental control, but also to show some advanced techniques. Most things in 10 times fast channel is about the strategy. It's not about certain tools, but how to use those two, to combine those two to find a solution to create this better, and fast result. Okay, so let's go to find some reference. I found a very good reference here is from QuickDraw, a Google project. So quickdraw.withgoogle.com and /data/train. Okay, so this one have so many trains that by real people draw and let the computer training the computer to understanding what you draw, is that a train or not. So this will be a good examples. So we can randomly pick some trains to begin with. So I'm going to pick this one to begin. It's very tiny size, but it will give me enough information to see those trains. Okay, so let's try to quickly create this train. And we will need some, some panels to quickly pick a color. For example, F6. Okay, color panel, and also the best combination will be Shift F6. So get this one as well, and put them together. Okay, so here we're going to give this one a certain color. So like a yellow train, and we're going to create 4 cars. Well, it really depends on what you think for this project. Maybe you can directly add the stroke. Okay, so once we added a stroke, we can try to create one duplication by hold Option and then click and drag. So Command D, Command D. So have this duplication. There's several other ways we can do. For example, we can make a longer, rectangle and put some more bars over here. So, but in this case, we'll show that concept. Okay. So in this one, we're going to make the top, the beginning and end, those two are around the corner. So hit A, select those 2 points, and then give this one round corner, and select, we're still under A anchor point control or direct the selection tool. So we'll drag this one as well. Okay, and then we draw this part. You may find this one is not connected, so this time is the time we should connect them. So to connect this, we're using one function called the Shipbuilder. So Shift M, and we'll select both, and Shift M will connect those two. Okay, so of course you can give this one a little bit around the corner stuff. You hit A, select those 2 points, and then drag this one. Just give a little bit down here. All right. So for the bottom, what we can do is to, to maybe create the protect part. So hit M, draw this one here. So this one maybe we'll give it a little bit different color. And then since they're all around the corner, so we can directly give it around the corner. It's very hard to see to guess what's there, but we just try to, kind of like a repeat what we see here. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of like 5 or 6. So let's try to do 5 of the wheels. So we hit the L, we draw a wheel here. Okay, so give the stroke setting. Okay, so we're going to have a duplication, but this time we duplicated the one directly to the end. And select both, hit the Command Option B. That's too much, so that I know. So what we're going to do is Command Option B to select those two, do Command Option B to blend, and they will basically repeat those elements. But what's next is we can hit W return, and we're going to change this one to certain steps. So we're going to lower this one to kind of like a 6. So hit OK. So the next part is we're going to do some window. So because this one will be nice to have some window here. So we'll draw some window here. I'm using the same concept. So to hit I to get the style from the body part, and then give this one around the corner. So for the window, I wanted this inside, the fill color to be something a little bit brighter. Okay, so now I can copy this one here. So when you see intersect, this is have a nice duplication. So we're gonna do repeat this pattern. Okay, so what next we can do is maybe a little bit like a protect line. So just add a little bit details. So what you can do is hit M, draw that, and then we're going to click the one corner to have this one a little bit bended, and then we do we're going to hit A, delete this part. Okay. So maybe just do a little bit extension here. So let's hit A, this guy, and this one, move to here. So we can still share the same concept, so you don't have to close it. So from here, you can just get the same color and attach this guy to here, and send this one back. Okay, so this is a very, just truly optional. Okay, so now I think we kind of like finish this one. What we can do next is to draw some smoke here. So basically hit the N, return, and change the one to smooth setting, and then draw some line here. Okay, so to create a nice pattern of this one, you can using the width tool. So Shift W to change the line. Okay, definitely we don't want the smoke to be that dark, so it's going to be some lovely smoke color. So kind of like a little bit of gray. So we can use Shift F3 to select some color, but color using color guide to find some related color. So sometimes it may good to give a good result. Okay, so now we're done with this, and then we'll move forward for the second one. So we can randomly select. There's so many options. So let's just go quickly pick some work. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this one. So it's very tiny size, but it give us some essential details of this possibility. Okay, so then we can see the several different parts. So we can do the same thing. So this time we do a pink car. So we duplicate, and then kind of like draw the essential part. So next we may need some lines, but this one's definitely here. So hit the M. Okay, 3 wheels. So for the wheels like that, you don't actually have to draw too many. Just follow this. Okay, so this one, we want to give this one a stroke color and increasing the stroke. Okay, so it would be nice to have a little bit around the corner. This one as well, but this one just wait hold this one when we have everything done. Okay. So I want this corner to be a little bit close. What I will do is hit the A, select this point, and using the cursor, arrow keys. So move this one back a little bit. Okay. So then we have this circle kind of like there. So what we're going to do next is we'll try to create a frame for all of this pink, including this area. So we're going to select 3 of this main body here, and the Shift M, and to connect those, just draw and across to connect them, and then hit A to click any of this corner, but click and drag a little bit towards the center. So now we're going to add some elements here. So what we can do is, actually it's on here. So we're going to add a stroke. So that you can add a stroke too. You can add a 2-stroke. So this one we can give a little bit different color stroke. As you can see, this is a show double stroke. So it's pretty nice. Okay, of course, we can give this one a little bit center. Okay, so for the window color, we're going to give this one a white window color. Okay, so then we may need to draw some lines in between. So to create a line object, you want to hit line segment 2 and drag the line. Okay, so if you wish to do that, you can also do is create another stroke for this, but in this case we don't have to. We will need to draw some lines to connect those things. Okay, I'm going to want to leave the thinner line, so it's like a 6 to connect them. And also using those line segment too, you can quickly draw some differential lines. Okay, so I think that's nice. And you know, if you want, you can create something. I don't know what's that, but you can give some object. Okay, let's do this. Give this one draw on the corner, and the fill with kind of like a yellow color, and this one maybe a little bit color as well. So, and then we're gonna draw the wheel. Okay, so we can once you draw the first wheel, we can draw the center part. Okay, so do Command Shift A to deselect, and then we draw the second one, and then we'll give this one a different color. Okay, so you want to group those two and hit Command G, and then copy this one here, hold Option and click and drag, and then hold Option, click and drag, so get to the second one. So I think that one is pretty much done. So using this one to draw the line, so we're just using that line. So sometimes you can make this one very simple, but for the stroke control, we can change this one to stroke and give this one around the cap, So it will be looks pretty nice. Okay, so this is okay. So this window actually show a little bit, shared, little bit angles. So what we can do is hit the E and just click and drag to do the angle. Okay, so follow this concept. Okay, do some adjustment to find a good one. So when the people do the quick draw, it's so fast. They try to get the most essential part of this object, the drawing object. So, but when we try to do this one digitally, try to learn the basic concept of a quick Illustrator drawing. So we try to add some details, okay, to give us a nice look. Okay, so let's move to the next one. So there are quick way to move to the next page is shift page down. So we can quickly just move to the next page, and then switch to here and try to find out what's the next, inspirational drawing. So we can quickly draw. All right, so we try to see some type of train. So how about a little bit longer train, like a fast train? Copy a few of this together to try to get those to combine them together. Okay, so I think we can draw a fast train. So hit M and draw a long bar here. So let's give this one a little bit blue. Okay, so it's the basic color. Okay, so and then we hit A to give this one a certain angle here. So because it's fast. Okay, so then we're gonna go make this one maybe the whole. Command Shift A, hit a V, A, and to give this one a round corner for all the corners. Okay, so for some part, for example, you don't like this straight line, you can use Shift C to click and bend this line a little. Okay. All right, so this is quite a fast train. And then next, we're going to, usually the train will have some decorations, but let's try to focus on window first. So we're going to draw the window. Okay, so maybe give this one a different color. But this one also we need the same operation. So hit E and click the center point. So give this one like the same motion, direction. Hit A to just give a little bit. That you may continue to using E even once you finish this, so to give it a nice window. All right, So what next? We'll try to go to build more windows. So this time it will be just a regular window. And then we can just quickly duplicate. So using the method we introduced early, we can quickly duplicate by have a copy for both and then do Command Option B. W return to change this one to certain steps. So I would need to have 2. Okay, so from here we'll try to get some decorations. So maybe the tags, so we can create a tag. Okay, and also maybe a line here to connect those. Okay. Okay, I'll try some different solution for this part. So I think one thing I wanted to do is those kind of a decoration, banners. Usually we can see in the train. So the one things we can do is to draw inside to create this decoration line. So how can we do this? Let's do Shift D. We'll select this one. So when we select the body of the train, we also see this one show, for each corner we have this dash line. So from here, what we're going to do is hit N, draw a line. So again, we already create this one to be smooth setting. So when you hit N, return, that's a smooth setting. So go here and give this one certain stroke. So as you can see, this one actually will bend, will trim this one. So we can give this one color, for certain color. So let's do a little bit brighter color. So and then we'll do next is to try to create a different the border setting, stroke setting. So Shift W to click here, maybe make this one a little bit wider. Well, the same part, this one to be a little bit thinner. Okay, so repeat this pattern. We're gonna repeat this double click, repeat this one more time. So this one give it a different color, maybe some type of red or orange. So we created this. Okay, lovely. Okay, let's train it fast. Because you can put whatever color you like, but this is basically draw this high-speed train. High-speed train, most of the time you may not see the wheels. Okay. Okay, so here it is. But it's also would be nice to give this little bit of stroke. So you can add a stroke here. We don't want to select this one, so that will be only the body. Give the stroke a little bit, like a not so strong color, so just a little tiny bit of those things. So when the print, that will looks nice. Okay. So this one we're actually based on this one. So let's just crop this image, so we know that is, get the concept from here. Okay, so Shift and page down. So we'll move to the next one. Let's try to find next page. So you may find this, again and again, you find it's much more easier. So, but it still have something new to learn. Okay. Okay. We repeated some of this concept. So, by select this one. this is a pretty good drawing, and especially when at a certain time. So, but it's a good practice for merge or using Shipbuilder. Okay, so we draw the main body, several pieces. Okay, so and then the one very important thing is to connect those all together. Shift M, select all this, Shift M to connect them. Hit A to draw it, drag any of this corner to just give a little bit corner settings. So at a certain time, you want to give this one, the same number. So you can also go here in the corner area. So hit, for example, 6. Okay, so this one we want to give this one very simple control, but I would give this one like a red fill color. And with black stroke. Well, actually, I like this one. So, but for the fill color, we may try to do a little bit different. We can try to using gradients. So select the fill color in the appearance panel. So hit the period key. So this one we create a very simple gradients. Okay, so from here, we're gonna do is you add the gradients or go to the freeform excuse me, freeform gradients to give this one different color. All right, so lovely color. All right, let's do the wheels. Nice. Okay, so we can give this one all right, nice. So we finish this one. All right, so I think we're done with this one. So let's move to the next page. So the same shortcut, shift the page down, and we'll switch to here and continue to find something. Okay, so basically the train always shares some similarity. So I kind of like this train. But this time I want to try to build a more car. Okay. So this one we can start with the draw a circle. Okay. Give this one the border setting. Okay. So for the other part we can do here. We find the anchor point that's actually aligned with this one. So you can draw the line here. Okay, so from here you can really just send this one back. So it's hiding there, but actually we can cut this one, and then we'll continue that. Draw those lines. So you want to do Command Shift A. This is a very important one. So make sure that you draw, you can overlap a little bit. Later we're gonna trim this one. So this part here. Okay, so we select both here. So do the Shift M. Connect those two, so create this body. This one bring to the front. Okay. And the next we're gonna do is to this part as well. Okay, so there are setting there. You know, when you change, you have an option to not change the stroke width. So it's very good for drawing. Okay, so then we're gonna have 2 wheels. Okay, so maybe here we can actually add another one. Again, there's some kind of like the style there. Okay, so it's nice to have another wheels here. Okay, so now let's try to build some cars. So when you have the basic model here, and then you can actually just duplicate. But let's just try to build it one more time. Okay, so we'll build a car. And then let me try to add some line to indicate that that's maybe a box car. So, but let's just try to create this one first. Okay, so to create a box car, we may need to create a pattern inside. So the fast way to do this is Command-Shift-A and hit the line segment and draw a line segment from the same line here. Okay, and then have a duplication to the bottom. So we'll select both line and the command Option B, double return. Give this one the steps, a little bit of short, you know, less steps. I'll go like 6. Okay. All right. So, but this one also have we can do it in some different way, like the fill color pattern. So, so now let's try to just give this one each part a different color. So, you know, we can do this like that. So we can select the whole body here, the whole engine here. So hit a K. So this is called live paint. So I'm going to give those pieces a different color. So give this one blue, and then also give this one blue as well. Okay, so a little bit of purple, a little bit of purple area. So they actually have some overlap, so it's a little bit hard to do. Okay, so give this one too. So give this part a little bit yellow. Just fix it a little bit. I try to save time, but sometimes if we're not using connection, it's better to just release it. Okay. Okay, so there's one part of that, so we still need to using K to apply the color. Okay, yellow here. Okay, so for those wheels, missing some parts. That's fine. Okay, so we're just using the same setting. Okay, so and then give this one different, give them the same fill color. Okay, so create the connection. So now we get this car. So of course this one, I can give this one different color. Okay, so pretty nice. So we have this one done. Okay, so we can draw more cars and move to next. So now we are on the train 6. Okay, so actually I found a pretty good one. Oh, actually try this one. Yeah, I like this concept. Anyway, it's quite a nice drawing. So a very quick way to do these. Okay, so we created the box first. So you can the fast way to get these fill color is hit D. So then you can increase in the stroke and then give this one around the corner, and then maybe just add the wheels. So this time let me try to just give the solid wheel. Okay, so to create the center small wheels, you can, and there are another option you can do is hit S return and give this one like 30. So and I hit a copy here. So it's a copy. You give this one a different color. So and then you can make a duplication. We need to group this. Should be so we created this duplication. So W return steps and that much. Okay, so let's do this part. So so we can use P to draw. We should draw inside. So select this one and shift the D. Shift the D. Okay, so we're gonna draw inside. So we can give this one window color. So no stroke. Fill color to be orange. Okay, let's go back a little bit. This one have fill color. Okay. Draw inside. It seems it's gonna to change the shapes. Okay. Just using this one temporarily. Just using this one. So select those. Shift M. Cut this part. Okay. It's also working pretty good. Okay, so now this is the part that we can draw the zigzag line. So we can hit P and click this and go down line down here. Okay, so remember that you have the option for the stroke to change this one to round cap. And the round corner. Okay, so try to kind of match there. Okay, so now let's just, you may just continue to draw this one without the color. So let's see here, or you can just do these. Okay, so of course we can select those together, hit K to give this one different color. We're going to select both. to see if that work. It's kind of an odd word. So it's not actually close together. So let me just say no, but just doing this. I kind of like this effects as well. So in case you say I really want this effects, of course you can do this. Just go here to make this one a little bit bigger, and then we select this one. Okay. So you can see this part is not connected, but those the rest there is open. Okay, so it's also a pretty good option. So once we have all those things done, and we can now bring this one back. Okay, so pretty nice. We finished this very interesting train. All right, so let's move forward. So go to the next page, train 7. So at a certain point, you may say, "Well, I already know," but let's try to continue. Okay, so and we can continue to draw to practice concept, especially for the beginners. This is very good, helpful process. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna use this. I'll try to find something that we're not drawn before, but it seems we kind of like have everything down. So let's just use this one. Okay, so because this one still need to do some practice. This one here, have a duplication, and if there are any corner we want to do that before we actually blend them together. So connect the points. Okay, it's kind of like there. A bunch of circles. So now we can connect them all together. So it's we want this one to be very simple, so we can have this concept. So you can select all together and do using Pathfinder. So in this case, you can using Pathfinder. Sorry. Okay, and then we add a stroke. 12 point, and give this one stroke 12 point as well. Okay, so add a window. Or maybe a small window. You hit the eye when you reset the stroke. Hit the eye to get the color, get the same width of the stroke again one more time. So I think this one's pretty much done because this showed the essential concept. So let's go move to the next one. So, well, you see 10 trains is quite a lot. Hope we can find something, get more details. Okay, so this one have 2 fast train, actually 4. That's to combine some of the details together. This is a very good drawing. Okay, so go one direction, but the whole style is very similar to what we drew before. So we go this direction this time. So select one point to give this one bend. Okay, and create around the corner elements. So then we can use Shift M to cut this one. At the same time, we got this the same the shape. To give this one stroke. So let's say give this one 5 for now. Okay, so create this connection point. Okay, so we need a 2 window. So we need to give this one leave a wrong setting and then recopy it. Okay, so this one has to have a one knowledge, here. So in this case, if we're going to, extend this this train, we move it to here. It's actually going to have some troubles because the shape is going to change. So what I want to do is hit A and select those 2 ends, and then to drag this one to make this a longer train. Okay, so let's copy this window here, draw another bar. Okay, maybe a door here. Okay, so we can make this one the door, and have this one to do Shift M to remove this part. So now we have this door here. Also, you can have a door knob here. So maybe just using a single line here, and then we'll give the stroke around the cap. Okay, so it's kind of like a functional. All right, so it's nice to have a window. Very good. So we get this very really quite nice. Okay, train setting here. Maybe a little bit different color, or we can do gradients. Okay, so I prefer a solid color. So we can give the door a different color here. Of course, that I kind of like this style. It's very clear. All right, so fast train. Get some concept from that one. So of course you can draw a long line here to indicate the train track. Get the same stroke setting here. All right, so let's move to the next. So that would be train 9. I know at this time it's like, oh, it's very hard, I already know, but let's complete this 10. Okay, actually that reminded me think about one of the possibility in practice. So let's go this like with more like a different shape, like triangle here. So so it's good practice to create a triangle. Actually, the most effective way actually is just maybe using path tool to using pen tool to draw it. But also this one have a polygon tool here. So when you draw, and you can use the up or down to get a triangle. So also pretty much very fast. So we can have this one as well. We can change the shapes here. I give this one purple. So and I want to build the body of this train. And we're gonna do the other side. Do a little bit bigger. Okay, so those two actually we can connect them now. So we can do Shift M to connect them. Okay. So this one can give this one a different color. Okay, so a little bit around the corner. Put this one down. This one can go have a little bit around the corner as well. And definitely we can have this one just to show a different color. That's fine. So give this one red. That's in the back. Okay, 3 wheels. And maybe one more here. And give the stroke. So we can have another color to give a little bit beautiful colors. Think about that is maybe designing for a 2-year-old to play. Okay, so more color is more good idea. Okay, so window. Okay, maybe a little bit different window here. Okay, Command G. Have a duplication. For this, just to have 3 of this, you can definitely do just duplicate, copy it. Okay. But this one I'm thinking about maybe we can give this one a little bit pattern. So I want to using purple color and a little bit of brighter purple color to fill the body of the train. So I'm going to do is hit M, draw a little bit of a square, like what I want for the first pattern, and then I duplicate to put them very close. So give this a little bit brighter color. So very similar. So now I'm going to put this one to the swatches. So the swatches here, and drag this one in to create a pattern. Okay, delete this one all the way. Okay, so now I can give this the whole train a pattern. Okay, so I can also do it's vertical, so kind of like say can I do a certain angle, so it will be shown pretty nice. So I will do rotate, hit R, return. So there are rotate setting here, so you want to do uncheck the transform object. So uncheck this one. So but only keep the transform patterns. So give this one 45 degree. So you can see that's pretty nice. Hit OK. So we'll finish this train. Okay. So well, pretty nice work. Okay, we can do the same using the same concept to do this part as well. So let me just do that one more time. So we have orange, and we have a different orange. We'll put them together. Command Shift F3. Oh, Shift F3, sorry. And a little bit different color tone here. Okay, and the Command Option S to open swatches, and drag those two and back into the swatches panel and delete the old one. Add swatch. Okay, so now I have this bar down. This is a very good techniques. So you can actually use this one too for all of these elements. Okay, so for this one, I will go to using -45, so they go to the opposite. Okay, pretty nice work. So you can use this one to fill the previous train's picture. So let's move to the last one. And I'll try to find some basic, thing. Okay, so I kind of like this one. But this time we'll try to more like focus on how can build a train track. Okay. So build a train track. I would go to give a long stroke. Okay. So maybe give this one stroke color. Okay. And add a new stroke. So for the new stroke, we'll give this one a different color, like red. But we'll give this one a dash line. So you can see those, elements here. So bring this one down a little bit. Yeah, so we'll do the train track. Okay. Then next we can, quickly build this very interesting train. And the whole build of this train is very cool. Okay. All right, so we select them together. Shift M. Okay, so give this one a very quick line, and give this one stroke. Shift the W to make those two portion. The middle one is a little bit wider, and the end is a little bit small. So it feels like a leaf. Okay, so it's actually one reason now why I picked this guy. This looks very interesting. Okay, in some ways it's like a wheel. Okay. So I'm going to do the concept to make this more like an animal. Okay, so we can actually draw. So it feels like a wheel. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hit A to delete those points. So let's put this one. And make this color. Okay, so hit O. We can flip this guy and I have a copy. Okay, very interesting train. So I have some circle window to show it's a very like a submarine concept or the wheel concept. Okay, give this one red. Okay, this is too big. Okay, 2 windows. 3. maybe a few more windows. So this train we can extend. So the fast way to extend without change too many things is like all in the here using A. So make this one a little longer train. Okay, so since we have a longer train, so it will be better we can just copy this to blend them together. So select both, Command Option B. Okay, so since this train body, it would be nice to use the same concept we do the before. So using a very small tiny square, give this one a green. So we kind of want a blue. Maybe just give this one blue. Duplication, a very blue. It's very tiny size, so okay. So give this one blue. Okay, pretty nice. So we're gonna go to move this one to certain angles to change that. So we get this one blue as well. So select this one, hit R, return, and uncheck the object. So they just see which one works better. So kind of like this angle here. So very nice. Okay. Finally, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of touch here. Okay, send it to the prompt. Okay, Shift W. I don't know. I think it's very nice, and the kids will love it. So from here now we have all the our option 0. So so now we have all the trains here. So we'll quickly look at all those things. I can do it here. So Shift F to preview. So see those basic training. We learn how we can control those basic shapes. Okay, I like this one. It's a pretty nice color, and also this one to practice some patterns. And this one is nice. It's kind of like finish the work and combine all the concept together and build our own version of the ocean theme train. Okay, I hope you enjoy that, and I think it's time for you to build this train for your significant kids, okay, or anyone who will enjoy to see the train, and you actually can make it.